This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening. I'm Sabrina Brown. Thank you for joining us. The 52nd convention of the Progressive Liberal Party is slated to close out tonight at the Melia Resort on Cable Beach in New Providence. Prime Minister the Right Honorable Perry Christie is expected to give an address during this evening's session. Today, close to 2,000 delegates took part in party elections, and the post of party leader was one of the positions on the ballot. PLP leader and Prime Minister the Right Honorable Perry Christie was challenged by PLP Fort Charlotte candidate Alfred Sears QC for the top post. The polls opened at 9 and closed at 3 this afternoon. We are still awaiting the results of that poll and will bring you the tally as soon as the results become available. Meantime, last night delegates heard about the advancements the country has made in several sectors. Shashina Roll reports.
Fired up and ready to go. That's how PLP supporters are describing the feeling heading into the 2017 general election. Delegates had an opportunity on the second day to hear a little bit more about investment in education, national health insurance, and Grand Bahamians heard about investments and developments in East Grand Bahama. It was standing room only as thousands of Bahamians poured into the Melia Nassau Beach to attend the Progressive Liberal Party's convention. The room was thick with excitement and passionate supporters. During the day session, PLP Standard Bearer for Marcus City Norris Bain spoke about youth development, while candidate for East Grand Bahama Reverend Preston Cooper addressed the topic East Grand Bahama.
I believe that the PLP has demonstrated from an educational standpoint that they believe in the education of our young people. When they came to power in 2012, the investment in education was $7.5 million. Today, that investment is more than double to where we over $17 million in investment in young people.
I paid specific interest in the East Grand Bahama constituency and dealing with the current infrastructure development going on now, the running of the water line project in East Grand Bahama proper, and also basically dealing with oncoming projects that is being forecasted and the role how I see it will be beneficial to the people of East Grand Bahama constituency.
More than 600 Grand Bahamians traveled for the event. Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Michael Darville, and Assistant Secretary General for the PLP, Michelle Rackley, says that their party has worked hard over the past 4.5 years on Grand Bahama, and they have the record to prove it.
And all of these things with the resurgence of our maritime industry, the dredging of our harbor, the extension of the container port, the new cruise port in East Grand Bahama, all of our infrastructural projects, the Fishing Old Road, the school in West Grand Bahama, the seawall in Smith Point. And this is the reason why we're pleading to the residents of Grand Bahama for us to give us another term in office so that we can complete our infrastructural agenda.
Even though, like I said, we've been through Francis, we've been through Jane, and then of course Matthew, we are still resilient and we are strong in our beliefs, because we believe and we feel that the Progressive Liberal Party is the best party today to govern our country and move us forward.
Supporters from Grand Bahama shared why it was important for them to attend.
It's a pleasure for me to leave Freeport and come up here to support my party, Perry Christie, and the rest.
It's one of the best conventions we ever had. It's really great.
Member of Parliament is Obadiah Wilscombe. I'm supporting him because he's the best Minister of Tourism the Bahamas ever seen.
We moving forward with the Progressive Liberal Party. It's only one party that can govern this country at this moment.
My mindset and goal for Convention 2017 is to ensure that, we put forth a platform that others that are watching can see that, listen, this party is there to help all.
I just encourage all the young people especially to get out there and register to make your voice be heard here in the Bahamas.
But there was an air of sadness as delegates from Grand Bahama was hit with tragic news. One of their own died while on the trip.
Us traveling from Grand Bahama, we had a kind of a tragic day, and I'd like to take this opportunity to just send sympathy out to the family of Miss Roy Russell, who traveled with us, was here the night before, had a good time, enjoyed the convention, and this morning just passed, you know.
She's dedicated to her family and the country. She came for that, and unfortunately she went to sleep last night, and that's what happened.
Nonetheless, Reckley says Russell was a proud PLP, and they will make her proud as they head to the polls to re-elect the Progressive Liberal Party to govern in 2017. A moment of silence was held in her honor during the evening session. Shashina Roll, ZNS Network News.
Thank you, Shashina. The Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, dispelling rumors circulating regarding the alleged pullout of the Memories Resort. While attending last night's PLP convention in the nation's capital, Dr. Darville told ZNS News that those reports are untrue. He says the government is currently in negotiations with officials of the resort.
No concern. We at the table negotiating the Ministry of Finance, as well as the partners from Memories, the partners from Hutchison, Rampur. We're at the table. And after Memories as well as Alokaya was hit as a result of Hurricane Matthew, the adjusters were on the property making the determination. That process took a bit longer. But the Minister of Tourism made a statement, as well as the Prime Minister, of where we're heading with those properties. But I want the residents of Grand Bahama to know that the negotiation process is still ongoing. But our job as the government is to ensure that we keep people employed and we protect our tourism sector.
The Grand Bahama Port Authority partnering with an organization based in San Francisco, California to help business operators shape their new or existing projects or products. An impressive number of licensees turned out for a funding workshop today. Megan Shepard was there.
The Invest Grand Bahama Small Business Bureau invites you to dig, that is, diversify, innovate, and grow. President of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, Ian Roll, says the 2017 Business Training Workshop is all about empowering business owners and entrepreneurs.
It is indeed fulfilling to be a part of this initiative, which aims to better the lives of our licensees and, by extension, those doing business on Grand Bahama. At the Grand Bahama Port Authority, we believe that empowerment is the vehicle which drives success.
Business Services Manager at the Invest Grand Bahama Small Business Bureau, LaShawn Dames, calling the workshop a phenomenal success, noting that registration numbers were well over their expectations. She says this shows the desire for business education and exposure on Grand Bahama. For some time now, crowdfunding has been a big interest of the company.
We started looking at the various platforms, the Kickstarter, the Indiegogos, and we decided that, we'd get on board, so we invited them down. We got the Indiegogo team to come down. They're here, and it is an alternative method of funding that businesses need, they want. It's difficult for them to acquire. So this is prime opportunity, and it's very well timed.
Senior campaign strategist for Indiegogo, a platform for raising money on the internet, Alana Jesse says that their company allows persons to present their business campaigns on the internet and possibly earn funding from backers. She shares some tips for entrepreneurs looking to obtain funding.
So the most important thing about crowdfunding is to be really authentic with your audience. This is oftentimes the first time any company has acquired new customers and done so on the internet, and a lot of their backers have never met them before, so they have to know that who they're backing and what they're getting in return is actually going to get there on time and in good quality. So the way you do that is you showcase your team, you let people in behind the scenes, and you make people understand that you're real people and that you're working really hard and that you can be trusted to deliver the best product on time.
She also shares how this tool can be beneficial to Grand Bahamians.
So many business owners have been shut out from traditional financing for so long. It's been a lot of dudes in suits deciding whether or not something gets made. This is really important for Freeport. This is really important for the Grand Bahamas because it gives the crowd the opportunity to determine what gets made. So if you have a product or you have a service that is unique and interesting and there's a market for it, you can get funding on Indiegogo.
Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Stay with us. There's more news after this.